I'm Nimish from Jinko Solar. So I'll just go through brief in the solar PV in India, what has happened in the past, and probably what are the future prospects of it. So this will be my presentation, brief on all these topics. So this is a forecast up to 2020 for global solar PV installed capacity. And if we look at 2014, it is close to 42 gigawatt, which is expected to grow to say around 75 to 80 gigawatt by 2020. And we strongly believe that out of that, the maximum should come from India, at least a significant total. So this is a PV opportunity mapping of Sunbelt countries, and if you look, India stands clearly on top in terms of PV attractiveness. But yes, there are challenges when it comes to investment attractiveness. But still, India is on a very, very safe position. So this is the solar PV capacity additions in India. This is the latest data we have. So as of date, 2,500 plus megawatt or 2.5 gigawatt plus is already installed in India and connected to grid. And in the last presentation, we have seen close to 2.8 gigawatt of another projects are coming up in India in next 1.5 years. So that will make it a significant total. So again, you can see here India is a very, very high attractive country for solar PV installations. So this is a brief classification of Indian solar PV market, where you have large projects. And especially everyone is now talking about large projects, but I personally believe for solar, as I was also discussing a couple of hours back, that the beauty of solar is decentralized. So if you look at this small projects less than 2 megawatt and also standalone systems, this is the market for solar in India, and definitely we have to all work together to achieve and grow this market more. Yes, we need solar. We need power basically, and power, if it comes from renewable sources, that's like icing on the cake. We have seen the rising prices. I think 6% even it may grow, and the biggest challenge is the gap. 12 to 13% gap between demand and supply. And as we are talking about high growth, GDP and all, definitely we need more demand of power, and the supply and demand gap is definitely going to go up. So if you are talking about solar, what are the key drivers and how solar fits in, as an energy source for India? So it's around 12 to 13% of peak energy demand or deficit. And if India grows like this, around 6 to 7 or even 8% of GDP, which is probably looking a little difficult right now. But if it grows like this for the next 10 years, the generation capacity required to meet that growth and to reduce this demand and supply gap is something close to around 400 plus gigawatt, which itself is huge. Definitely right now we have a very high dependency on fossil fuels, which is close to 70%. And rising prices of electricity because of the coal prices going up, the shortage of coal, shortage of oil, over dependency of for external oil imports and all, and definitely the environmental concerns. So how solar fits in is this. You have very high attractiveness for solar PV in India, as we have seen in the previous slides as well. Large land area, as compared to countries like Germany or Spain or Czech Republic, which are much ahead of India in terms of installed capacities, but they may be very, very small in size in terms of compared to India. And yes, we have a very good support mechanism from governments of India at both central level and state level. RPOs are there. And definitely, the centralized versus decentralized. So whatever, the other sources, maybe thermal or coal, or even in some cases, even in renewables, like hydro and all, they have, a constraint that they are centralized. But solar can be used beautifully for even kilowatt scale projects. So this is just a brief about the Indian policy landscape. We have started in 2008, 2009. By that time, there was a single-digit megawatt scale market in India, and I believe 2010 was the year for solar in India. Actually, the thrust started in that year, and post that we have seen state policies, we have seen national solar mission, we have seen rooftop policies, and also good policies in off-grid and decentralized solutions. Again, coming to the key challenges for solar PV players in India right now. So I've classified them into 4: land acquisition, permits, clearances, irradiation data, and infrastructure. So land acquisition is, yes, big challenge. Apart from that, apart from these challenges, financial closure of projects is definitely, which comes into permits or clearances also you can put in. So these are the big challenges. Apart from that, yes, civil infrastructure like roads, very poor connectivity, transportation, especially I come from panels background, so transporting heavy panels to the site is sometimes a big challenge. And also, we are on one side we are talking about lot of solar PV capacity adding to grid, but at the same time we have a very poor and aged grid infrastructure, which can be a big challenge. So the way forward for this, we believe is the project economics and costing should be right, and which is when clubbed with profitable sales models results in commercially viable solar project. So in short, listed company in your stock exchange. So these are few facts about Jinko. So we have 4 gigawatt plus modules sold as well. So yeah, these are our developments in the products. Like we have world's first double PID free certificate at 85 degree and 85% relative humidity. This is our additional performance warranty. So instead of 10 years, we are offering 12 years of power output and 10 years of material and workmanship warranty, which is very much enforceable because we have a third-party insurance from PowerGuard, which is again reinsured by companies like Hannover Re from Germany, which is one of the world's largest insurer. So these are our key selected projects globally. And to add on to this, we are now coming up with a 91 megawatt single project in South Africa, which will be the largest for us, a single location project. These are few projects in India that we have commissioned already. So as on date, we have commissioned almost 130 megawatt of solar PV projects in India, and the numbers will definitely grow. So these are our partners, EPC and developers. A couple of them are international and also from India. That's it from my side.